The Average Joe Show, back to the minors.
Jordan Caron, a forward for your Providence Bruins, joins us right now here on Sports Radio 1450 The Hall. Jordan, how are you, man?
Good, how are you?
For me personally, I'm good because our Falcons right now are 3-1. Fortunately, that one loss came courtesy of you guys, so thanks a lot. It's not like we wanted to go undefeated or anything. Obviously, both teams off to a good start so far. How do you think your young squad looks going forward throughout the rest of the campaign here?
I think we started pretty good. We lost our first two games, but I thought we compete much harder in the last weekend, and we think we played pretty good in our puck pursuit and our puck battles in the corner and stuff was much better, and I think that's one of the reasons why we won our last two games actually.
Jordan, I think a lot of people expect some of the NHL-proven players that have come down to play in the AHL during the lockout, yourself included, of course, Jordan Eberle, you can throw in there, Braden Shen, perhaps. I think everybody expects these guys to come down and put up big numbers, but it's obviously a very competitive league, and everybody who is playing in it is there for a reason. Do you think people underestimate the toughness of playing in the AHL?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a really, really tough league to play in. I think guys are really want to prove themselves, and I think it's the schedule sometimes gets pretty tough with the 3s and 3s, especially here in Providence. We play a lot of those every weekend, and I think there's a lot of good veterans that played in the NHL before, and I think it is a pretty tough league to play in.
Jordan, you scored your first career NHL goal against Martin Brodeur, the goalie legend for the New Jersey Devils. He's been in the NHL since you were 2 or 3 years old. Can you describe what that moment was like?
It was awesome. I think, especially my second game. I wasn't expecting to score on him or to score as early in the season, but it was a great feeling, and never gonna forget about that.
Jordan, this summer you spent time up in Quebec playing and training rather with other NHLers, Patrice Bergeron, your teammate in Boston, of course, being one of them. At that time, take us back to say, June or July. Did you think that, hey, you know what, maybe there is a chance we won't be playing in hockey in October, or did you still have confidence that a deal would be worked out in time?
I think everybody kind of knew it was maybe going to happen, but nobody knew what to expect for sure. I think everybody was getting ready to start the season in October, but everybody had a doubt in their minds, and it happened. And I think a lot of the guys, the more that the summer was getting longer, I think most of the guys knew that it was going to happen, and nobody liked it, but I guess it's part of the game, and right now we're just everybody's waiting to see what's going to happen.
Jordan, in a Boston Globe article this past fall, Peter Chiarelli was quoted as saying that Jordan has good hands, protects the puck, has a good shot, good release, and he makes good plays. But they went on to say that you've been reminded to open up your game a little bit. What were they referring to when they say to open up your game?
Not just to be, scared to make mistakes offensively. Not to be scared to try new stuff and, try different stuff. Not keeping my game too simple sometimes, and try to be consistent offensively as well.
Jordan, you're obviously not old by any stretch of the imagination. Still a young player, but you have played up at the NHL. You've logged, a good chunk of NHL time. So does that make you feel more like a veteran in the AHL locker room down there in Providence? Does that make your teammates kind of look to you for advice and motivation?
I don't know about advice and stuff, but it's my third year in professional hockey, so I want to bring more. I want to be a leader on our team, especially we have a pretty young team this year, so I want to be a leader. I'm not the most vocal guy, but I want to lead by example, and in practice, work hard, and even in games, and just keep doing what I've been doing.
You talked about how you've been in hockey now for 3 years, and you've been in the NHL for a little while. What are some of the things you think you have to do personally to get yourself into the NHL and make yourself a guy who's going to stick around?
I think, like I said before, just being consistent offensively, not be scared to make mistakes, and go to the net and work hard in the corners and make plays like that. I think that's always been my game, and I think if I do that, that's what brought me here, and I think that's what's going to keep me here as well.
Jordan, many of your teammates have gone overseas. Tyler Seguin, David Krejci, and of course, Zdeno Chara. And I'm not sure whom of that list you've talked to. When you did hear from some of those teammates, was the idea that the rewards outweighed the risks of going over there to play overseas?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's the guys that went over there. I think that's because they wanted to play and be ready when the NHL starts again. So I think you can get injured whether you play in the NHL or wherever you play, actually. So I think it was their decision, and I think they were right. I think it's if you have the chance to play in professional league, I think you have to do it and make sure you're ready when the NHL starts again.
Well, Jordan, I think it's safe to say that when it does start up again, you'll have yourself a permanent spot up there at the Garden. We thank you for joining us today. Good luck with Providence the rest of the way.
All right, thanks for having me.
The Average Joe Show, back to the minors, Wednesday nights from 5 to 7 on ESPN Radio 1450, The Hall.